The bank vault's door weighed 20 tons and its walls were lined with iron. Because it was referred to as an unbreakable vault, the builders were so confident in their work that they did not even install a security alarm in the bank vault. When the robbers planned a game plan and spent 27 hours hiding in this vault, the illusion of this was destroyed. Tampering with the security. Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel. What was the thieves' great plan, and why is this considered to be one of history's largest bank robberies? Before discussing this, let's immediately recap the events of July 19, 1976. On Monday, the sun had just risen, and employees had begun to arrive at the Societe Generale Bank in the nice city of France. This bank was once thought to have the world's safest and toughest vault. It so happened that the bank employees proceeded to unlock the vault as per routine. It had a very difficult latch and was a very heavy door. They entered a lock code, but the door would not unlock. It's crucial to note that this door's approximate 20-ton weight had previously caused issues numerous times. It got stuck a lot. The bank staff got in touch with the vault manufacturer because they thought it was stuck as usual. The company's professionals arrived at the bank after 30 minutes and began attempting to open the door. But what was unexpected was that even the company's professionals were unable to open the door this time. They made many attempts, but this door was never ready to open. Now that there was a line of customers and the reputation of the bank was at stake, things were becoming serious. After 3 hours, they finally decided to drill a hole in the vault's wall so they could see what was caught in the entrance. At the vault's door and on all 4 walls, there were no indications of a forced entry of any type. They discovered that the vault door had been welded and sealed from the inside when they poked a hole through the wall with the heavy-duty drill machine. Given that there was only one means to enter the vault, it was quite difficult to trust this scene. It was difficult to enter the vault because there was no light inside and no window. Everyone now understood that there was an anomalous situation present. They planned to breach the vault's wall and enter after ordering machinery. Because these walls were significantly thicker than typical walls and there was iron in between them, the work took a very long period. Anyway, after several hours of laborious effort, a person could fit inside a hole that was deep enough for them, and when they emerged, the scene was unbelievable. The bank's safe was broken in two. The most interesting part was that these well-known words were spray-painted on the vault wall: without weapons, without hatred, and without violence is how it is translated into English.
In English, without arms, without violence, and without hate.
The bank employees now understood that they had observed a tunnel in the vault's ground. The cops, who had arrived by this point, completed the remaining work. Out of the 4,000 safe boxes in the vault, 400 had been broken, and the thieves fled with the valuables inside as well as the gold and money bricks. The largest underground sewage pipe in the city was accessible via the tunnel they had constructed. Numerous pieces of evidence were obtained by the police, including tools and 27 gas cylinders that the criminals had used in conjunction with a welding torch. In addition, fresh air ventilation apparatus and a 1-kilometer-long electrical wire were discovered in the sewage system. More than $20 million worth of treasure was taken, which is now worth $110 million. This police investigation is not only the largest probe in France but was also the largest bank theft of the century. Anyhow, news of this was spreading around. The bank's reputation was severely harmed, but it was also a very depressing location for the French police. The police scoured every nook and cranny for the following several months, apprehended those nearby, and questioned the bank employees, but they were unable to uncover any information regarding the burglars. The police then received a very strong lead in October 1976, 3 months later. On the tip of his own girlfriend, one of the robbers was apprehended. When the police checked on his condition, he suddenly erupted and gave the name of the entire gang after initially not believing it. The fact that this group used to be well known for small-time thefts caught the authorities by surprise. They were having trouble processing the enormity of their bank theft. Actually, someone else was behind this scheme. The identity of a person who, in the gang members' estimation, was the robbery's mastermind was provided to the police during questioning. In reality, this Albert Badgery was a photographer. When the police took him into custody, he had no criminal appearance. He was modestly dressed, and he resided in a typical house on the outskirts of the city. Everyone who heard about it from his neighbors claimed that Albert is a straightforward photographer who always keeps his work to himself. But Albert Spasher was not at all what the police had assumed. He instantly admitted to being the schemer behind the bank heist to the police. For the police, this case was now practically over, but this was only the beginning. Albert claimed that earlier he had taken a locker in this bank and used it as a pretext to enter the vault and take pictures of everything. Prior to this, he had a clock in his locker that was set to go off at night when there was no alert or security alarm. The absence of a safety system in the vault was verified. He then pretended to be an engineer and went to the city government office to obtain the city map. Across this map, he calculated the location of the sewage line and its distance from the bank. He then determined that he could reach the bank vault directly if he constructed a 26-foot tunnel from the adjoining sewage pipe. Since this job required a lot of labor, Albert got in touch with a local gangster and explained the full scheme to him. The gangster then sent his guys to complete the task. Due to the lack of equipment, digging the tunnel took almost 2 months. Additionally, it was crucial to complete this operation only at night, when no one was in the bank. Albert made every effort at this time to ensure that no one could hear the sound of the road over the sewage line. He ultimately entered the vault on July 18th, Saturday and Sunday night, and remained there for the subsequent 27 hours. He easily looted there while simultaneously enjoying lunch and dinner. He then left the police and gave Albert to the court, where he also confessed his crime in front of the judge, and penned these well-known words before departing. He documented his strategy and the specifics of the stolen money on a piece of paper in code word during the interrogation. He declared that only the judge would be able to read this code word for this work and that he would only present this proof to the judge. Albert was called to his room by the judge. The judge received the paper on which Albert had drawn the city map. The judge was currently attempting to comprehend the map when Albert leaped out of the room's window. A car was parked beneath this room, which was on the first floor. Albert promptly stood up after falling to the car's roof and took off on a bike that was waiting for him. He evaded the police's attempts to apprehend him. He stated that he was particularly interested in treasures from the age of 12 in an interview that was aired on an Italian TV show many years later. And with this heist, I was able to indulge my obsession. It was believed that he was annoying the French police by participating in this interview. What happened to Albert after that? There is no known solution to this riddle. Albert Spasher was killed in 1989. Someone had kept Albert's dead body outside his home, according to his mother. Join us for more exciting adventures. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Spread the word, bring your friends, and let's keep exploring together. Stay curious and stay tuned.